Hey, so have you been thinking about buying a house in the San Jose area lately? Well, you might have noticed something strange. Where are all the houses for sale? Well, stay tuned. Hi, I'm Theresa Wellman with Homeowner Experience Real Estate, and today we're getting into a topic of where are all the houses for sale in San Jose. We're going to look at some of our market metrics and give you an update on what's going on with the actual market and how it compares to other years so you can be prepared and ready to move forward with your home purchase. If you've been watching our market reports, you know that we are covering three main topics this year. In our forecast, we said that we expect prices to increase 6 to 8%. So have we hit that? Where are we in regards to that? Now that quarter one is done for the year. But we're also going to watch some key market factors, including local market dynamics, interest rates, and the number of homes for sale, which, if you've been looking for a home, feels really low right now. Is that true? Let's talk about it. Here is the California Association of Realtors snapshot of data through February. So they're a little bit more behind because it's a lot more data to pull in together. But as you can see, sales, the number of sales are up 1.3% from a year ago. And what they're saying is the prices are up 9.7% from a year ago. And this is California-wide. But I want to dig into actual local data. So we're going to whittle this down to Santa Clara County. So this is, again, California Association of Realtors data by county. And you can see here January versus February and the year over year and month over month stats. So they're saying the price year over year has changed 20% in Santa Clara County. Now let's look at some of the actual numbers for San Jose. Well, here we are looking at prices. They are up in San Jose for sure as well. The median line, this blue line, is at 1.715, and the average line is up at 1.832. Now, if you look at those versus Clara County, they're actually pretty strong for the relative numbers that we're seeing in all of Santa Clara County. Now, the number of homes for sale at the end of March was still only 164 homes, still under 250 homes, which is extremely rare here mid-April because the number today is a little bit over 200. So it has gone up from the end of April, but not much. We've never been this low in April before. So last year, 268 homes for sale in April. And previous years, you see, we're well in the 300s, and pre-pandemic, even higher than that. And you can see that with this yellow line relative here, right? So this is looking at just April's, but you can see the peaks generally are midsummer, and we're nowhere near that. We're not even at what 2023 was, which was a pretty flat year. So where did all these houses go, and how is this affecting the prices? Well, that is, of course, important to know, especially if you're looking to buy a home in the San Jose area. So a couple theories on where the houses did go. Well, Wall Street Journal hypothesizes that many homeowners, especially baby boomers, are just holding off because they are sitting on equity. They don't have a lot of house payments, and maybe they're enjoying a low mortgage payment if they do have it, but possibly they're just taking advantage and waiting for prices to rise. Now, another theory, which I know to be true, that maybe many of the baby boomer generation is just staying put. More and more people are aging in place, and a study found that 40% of boomers have lived in their homes for more than 20 years. I am not surprised by that number. This aging in place phenomena has actually held up a lot of our inventory as young buyers and millennial age generation are coming in to build households and have growing families. They are looking for those larger homes that these baby boomers are just sitting on and holding on to. There's an estimate that baby boomers own a whopping 30% of the larger homes across the country. Eesh. That is the same inventory that these growing families are looking for, so it is causing a little bit of a holdup. Now, how does that affect our prices? Well, here in San Jose, of course, we've got young buyers looking to purchase as well. If they're high-tech employed, yes, they are affording homes in this area. The last several homes that I sold 6 in Q1. They were all going to young families, either with elementary age children or younger. So they were tech employed to afford those prices. They were all over $2 million. So very pricey investment. But as you can see, the S&P 500 has been going up. So a lot of home buyers have really strong stock portfolios. That is also pushing these home prices up along with supply and demand, right? But our demand continues to stay strong in Silicon Valley area because we have good employment, still under 5%, and growing stock portfolios. This allows more down payment for our local home buyers to get into homes to make it a little bit more affordable. Hey guys, my name is Theresa. I am so sorry for interrupting this video. If you've been enjoying this content, please like and subscribe as it really helps out my channel. And if you're looking to move to San Jose or have any questions about moving or the area in general, I would love to connect. I really enjoy talking with our YouTube viewers and I'm so happy to help. Check out my contact information in the description below. Now let's get back to the video. And it's pushing those prices up. Despite interest rates, which have not gotten any better, they are still holding at 6.5% for a 7-year fixed rate on the jumbo rates. And it looks like the forecast is they may slowly go down, but if you heard when the Feds met in March, they decided to hold, and they're also suggesting they're going to hold rates again in June. So it's not likely to see a huge improvement in our interest rates until fall time, maybe a very slight gradual decrease in the mortgage interest rate while the Fed is holding the federal funds rate. But as you can see, there's a lot of different forecasts, but here at the end of the year where this pink line is, we're still likely around 6.5 or maybe slightly under that point, but over 6 is what all four people are forecasting. So what has that done to our prices, right? We've got tight inventory, not many homes for sale, many buyers who are looking to move in either from a lifetime, they need a larger home, or they've got children entering schools and they want better schools. Plus we've got affordability still happening here for some home buyers or enough home buyers that we're getting multiple offers. So as you can see, the average, this is how strong the market is right now and how competitive. The average is 10% over asking price. Youch. And that is bringing the average prices, as we talked before, to 1.832 all across San Jose area. And pending sales continue to increase, and the days of inventory, or the number of homes that are there for sale, is getting smaller and smaller because we're just gobbling up that inventory. Now let's talk about those prices that we talked about. In my forecast for the year, I said 6 to 8% appreciation. Well, we already on average are up 9.2% just from December, and the median is up 12%. So I'm not surprised, just because we haven't seen that number of home sales increase like we talked about, which has pushed prices up because of supply and demand. So where are all those homes? That is the ultimate question. But for sure, here in Santa Clara County, San Jose specifically, we are really short of the normal homes for sale that we would expect this time of year. Maybe it was delayed by all the rain that we had this year. Time will tell that, right? Will late April get more homes for sale? You got to stay tuned to know that information. But what I can tell you is that move-up buyers that are making a move right now are tending to rent their old property. So they're not adding inventory like they normally would if they were moving up, which is quite crazy considering our prices, but it is happening. March sales were similar to last year, around 300 homes, but lower than our typical March when we should be closer to 400 or more homes selling in March. So I think that's really being held right now just by how many homes are for sale. Like we said, where are all those homes for sale, right? So our professional advice is buyers, just be ready to compete if you really want to buy a home here. And you really need to be all in to buy a home here if you want to. There's no getting a deal. There's no dabbling in it. It's quite competitive. And if you want to do it, you want to just get in and go all in. You need to be adjusting your search range so that you can be competitive. You saw the average was 10% over. Maybe you want to back your search off by 10%. Maybe you want to back it off by at least 5%, just so that you have the bandwidth to be able to overbid, because that average isn't obviously every single property. But those properties that are nice and updated, and if you're looking for something updated and move-in ready, you're going to be paying probably on that higher end. If you're looking for something that needs work, it'll be selling for not quite as much over asking, most likely. Now, how do you move forward? Well, you want to work with a top real estate agent because we can be your secret weapon. I have a great example of a property I just closed with the buyer, and the relationship I had with the prior agent was allowed us to have open communication and be able to change our offer to get it to be in winning position. So having that experience on your side of a top real estate agent who's got a strong network is really to your advantage. Also consider expanding your search criteria. If you're looking for 4 bedrooms with really good schools, maybe you're too hyper focused on the neighborhood and maybe there's other options, or maybe you're thinking just 8 or 9 rated schools. Maybe you should consider 7 to give you a few more options. So consider that to find the right property for you, and ultimately be patient, know what you're looking for, and really stay focused on your search. Sellers, well, again, you should work with a top real estate agent because They have insider info of what's happening with the market. They also have home prep insight that's going to get you better return on your investment and better sales price at the end. And be open to property prep for top dollar, because some changes to your property can really maximize your return on your investment. I do have a seller seminar coming up on April 27th where we go into some specifics on that and what you can do to prepare your home for sale. So I'll put the link below for you to check that out. And of course, we've always going to stay tuned for you to watch these important market factors of interest rate, number of homes for sale, and the local market dynamics of what's happening in your particular area. I'd love to talk with you specifically, whether it's a buyer consultation or a seller consultation, depending on what you're planning to do. But we can dig into that local data and your personal situation to give you custom advice and a custom plan to make the steps going forward. Thanks for joining me, and stay tuned for our next updates to keep on track what's going on in the local San Jose market right here. I'm Theresa with Homeowner Experience Real Estate. Thanks for joining me.